long way from Alabama. I am very, very honored to be here tonight. I'm honored to be here with my friend Gloria and Dalton. And I'm honored to be here with Vicki Saborda, whose organization has supported my clinic and my patients for many, many years. And I'm honored to be here with a group of people that I feel a kindred spirit with. It's just been a delight to be here this evening. I did some research about the award that I'm receiving tonight, and I honestly don't know why I'm here. Somebody recently told me that I was a human rights activist. First time I'd heard it was about 2 years ago, and I never considered myself a human rights activist. I provide abortion procedures. I'm an abortion provider. I have been providing those services. I've been providing those services for 36 years. And a lot has changed in 36 years. There were no regulations, literally no regulations in the state of Alabama when I started as a receptionist of reproductive health services. And then abortion was still one of the safest medical procedures being done in the United States at that time. Pregnancy tests, we used to run them by hand on little glass slides with a stopwatch. We didn't have latex gloves because AIDS wasn't around at that point. And ultrasounds were something from Star Trek. It wasn't something that we had available at that time. Roe versus Wade was fresh from the Supreme Court, and equal rights, we were still hoping would be a reality. So we fast forward 4 decades from that, and abortions are still one of the safest medical procedures being done in the United States today. Our problem is not safety, our problem is access. There are fewer and fewer of us, and we are farther and farther apart. And I have fought in the state with many others across this nation to stop the onslaught of legislation and trap bills that have closed so many clinics and have stopped the provision of basic reproductive care for women across this nation. Regulations are important, but this new regulation targeted us has every intention of closing every clinic, regardless of the fact that women's lives hang in the balance. There's been a dramatic increase in crisis pregnancy centers across the nation. These centers lie, coerce, and relentlessly shame women every day. My clinic staff and my patients, they run a gauntlet every day, picketing outside of our front doors. And we recently discovered that a local church is actually paying one of our picketers to be outside every day that we are open. The trap laws have shuttered many clinics across the nation, and this is just escalating, especially in the southern states. Even now, there are laws that mandate that we outright lie to patients. This is unconscionable, but we are not giving up. I repeat, we are not giving up. With the help of the ACLU and people across this nation, we are finally beginning, I think in my heart, to see a movement that gives me hope that women's lives matter. I want to thank the ACLU for giving me hope and justice when I was beginning to feel that we were losing battles on every front. This past year, I had the pleasure to work with ACLU attorneys, wonderful, wonderful people, and their supporters, and to see success in a court decision that would have closed my doors. I don't ever want to be that close to being unable to provide services for my patients. Many times this fight for reproductive freedom has been compared to a war, and we all need to understand that this really is a war. It is a war on women. It's a war on reproductive freedom. It's a war on necessary basic health care for women. I feel like we're fighting for women and their families and their right to self-determination. Being able to choose when to have children is a basic human right, and I am pleased to have been in a group of like-minded, progressive, intelligent individuals who are also, each and every one of you are human rights activists. Thank you again for this award. I know that I have stood on the shoulders of many, many others, and I have been chosen by such brave and courageous individuals who are not going to give up the fight either. May we all be blessed to carry this banner of freedom, and that each and every battle and justices be won. I believe the tide is turning. I really do. And I hope that I'm here to see it wash across this nation. I've seen the hearts of good women and men working together to make that change happen. I want to thank you again for the award, for your support, and I too love the ACLU.